Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put on your back now? 'Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Alright guys, M.V.K here, coming to you again. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Here it is guys, the final week, bracket 5 of section 10 kicks off the final week. As you see, this fight is a request and it comes from, I'm sorry dude, I'm not gonna try to pronounce your name, but I'll just call you Mr. A. He pits the likes of Bayonetta versus Zatanna. Yeah, Bayonetta versus Zatanna. And I thought about this fight when Mr. A gave me this fight. Like I said, I apologize. I'm not going to try to botch your name. But I thought this was a cool fight, so I decided to do it. So let's kick it off with Bayonetta. Okay. Bayonetta comes from the game self-titled Bayonetta. She is Sega, actually. Sega created a very fun game and very hard at, not that hard, but it is pretty much she's created by the same man who created Dante. And Bayonetta is a witch. And she doesn't look like your bubble, toil and trouble witch, you know what I'm saying? She is this very, she looks like a bookwormish, witch with long raven black hair and sleek, tight leather, whatever you want to call that she's wearing. And she carries a bunch of guns and on her feet, on her heels of her shoes, and she's really adapted with them. But she also is able to summon things, especially with her hair. Her hair is like usually where her power resides from, but she's very powerful. Some people say even very overwhelmingly powerful. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. You see her do some things in there that are just unbelievable. She's kind of arrogant and brash at best. She kind of has this like preppy girl attitude, like, oh, very well, let's go, and things like that. You know, that old, how can I put it? You know, like Valley Girl like talk, and things like that. I'm just messing with you guys. But no, she's kind of arrogant at best, but her heart is kind of not dark and black as you think she'd be. But she definitely is a character that has got a big following just after one game, but yeah, she's really endowed with a lot of weapons. It's not just the guns, but she's pretty much endowed with other weapons and hand-to-hand combat. But yeah, when she summons things with her hair, like demons and things like that, it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, she's a really cool character in my opinion. Yeah, just in my opinion. But if you don't know about her, research her, check out some vids with her. You'll like her. Next up, we'll move on to another raven-haired beauty. And we're going to the DC universe here. And that is none other than, yes, Miss Zatanna. I love Zatanna. If I was to do a list of my favorite females in the DC universe, she would... Actually, I did do that. Yeah, and she was on that list. Zatanna is the coolest sorceress magician you can think of, even in the New 52. Though I do miss her with her top hat and things like that, but she still is a very cool character. She now is a part of the Justice League Dark, and she's reunited with her former lover Constantine. They were a couple when she appeared in the Vertigo line. Zatanna is just a very powerful sorceress. Most of her incantation you see she says backwards, but she is very endowed and like like black magic, white magic. She does a lot of magics that are more like pyrokinesic and hydrokinesic and electrifying and things like that, telekinesic. A lot of incantations that she is known for doing just serves her well. I even said she was at one time the resident sorcerer of, or kinda of, the Justice League before the 52 universe. She does have some hand-to-hand combat training, if I remember correctly, but it is not as endowed like as a true martial artist. But she still can handle herself pretty well without her, magical spells. But like I said, I do miss her with the top hat and the the fishnet stockings at best, and but she's still one of a kind in my opinion. She's still just a very cool character, and I still think her father would be very proud of her, very much. I'm glad to see that DC has not forgotten about Zatanna and has kept her in the limelight in a starring role on Justice League Dark, even though I don't read the book. But I'm glad to see that she's still around. She's just all around balls to the wall, cool character, and a great asset to any team. So, these two ladies meeting for the first time. First time meeting, they go at it. So what is the kid's diagnosis on this? Oh well, it's gonna be a sorcery battle, definitely. Whose incantations are stronger? Magic must defeat magic. Uncle used to say that from Jackie Chan Adventures. But yeah, it does. It will come down to magic versus magic. Bayonetta doesn't hold back. If you watched any of the cinematics in the game, she doesn't hold back at all. So Zatanna cannot hold back at all either. She's got to give it everything she's got. And Zatanna's definitely gonna, try to. She got to use her head in this, and kind of get Bayonetta off her game. But then you got Bayonetta with, like I said, those summonings, where she she'll summon like these giant lion-like creatures, and they'll just try to eat you and things like that. Zatanna's got to be prepared for that. Zatanna will have to really get Bayonetta. Get those guns away from Bayonetta at best. This is just a very, very cruel and sick magical battle that might have to come down to hand-to-hand combat, depending on whose magical skills are stronger. But for me, guys, I'm gonna stay neutral in this fight, okay? I'll stay out of this one. I don't want to play favorites. But definitely come down to who's got the better magic skills. But I'll leave it up to you guys. Bayonetta or Zatanna? And give it up to Mr. A. Once again, I'm sorry, guy. I don't want to mispronounce your name. That's just me out of respect. But this was a good fight. Thank you very much for the fight, as always. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you don't know anything about, well, one of the characters, probably Bayonetta, do your research on her, and there you go. But other than that, this is Mom Vernon Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real. I will see you guys in a little while with the next fight. You know the slogan, dudes. What's that slogan? Battle on.